Hey everyone, welcome back to KMVTECH Learning Platform. This is episode 1 of our series on the biological basis of behavior, and today we're diving deep into neuroscience and behavior. My name is Musa, and in this episode, we'll explore how the brain and nervous system control our thoughts, emotions, and actions. If you've ever wondered how your brain works, or what's really going on in your head when you feel happy, sad, or scared, this is for you. Neuroscience is the study of the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves that connect everything. It's one of the most important parts of psychology because behavior starts in the brain. Without the brain and nervous system, we couldn't move, think, speak, or even feel pain or pleasure. There are two main parts of the nervous system: the central nervous system, CNS. This includes the brain and spinal cord. It's the command center. The peripheral nervous system, PNS. These are the nerves that run throughout your body, sending messages to and from the brain. The brain receives information, makes decisions, and sends out instructions to the body through the spinal cord and nerves. At the center of neuroscience is the neuron, which is a special type of cell that sends messages. There are about 86 billion neurons in your brain. Each neuron communicates with others using electrical signals and chemical messages. These messages control everything from breathing to dancing to solving a math problem. There are 3 types of neurons. Sensory neurons carry information from the body to the brain. Motor neurons send instructions from the brain to the body. Interneurons connect neurons within the brain and spinal cord. Neurons don't touch. There's a small gap between them called a synapse. When one neuron wants to send a message to another, it releases chemicals called neurotransmitters into the synapse. These neurotransmitters are like messengers. They tell the next neuron what to do. Different neurotransmitters do different things. Dopamine linked to pleasure, reward, and movement. Serotonin affects mood and sleep. Acetylcholine involved in learning and memory. Norepinephrine linked to alertness. Endorphins reduce pain and increase pleasure. Problems with neurotransmitters can lead to disorders like depression, anxiety, or Parkinson's disease. Let's talk about the structure of the brain. There are 3 major areas. 1. The hindbrain, the oldest part. It includes the medulla controls heartbeat and breathing. The pons helps coordinate movement. The cerebellum controls balance and coordination. 2. The midbrain handles reflexes and automatic responses. 3. The forebrain, the most developed part. It includes the thalamus, the brain's switchboard, sending messages to the right place. The hypothalamus controls hunger, thirst, temperature, and emotions. The amygdala, linked to fear and aggression. The hippocampus helps store and retrieve memories. The cerebral cortex, the wrinkled outer layer that handles thinking, decision-making, and voluntary movement. The cerebral cortex is divided into 4 lobes: frontal lobe reasoning, planning, and personality. Parietal lobe touch and spatial awareness. Occipital lobe vision. Temporal lobe hearing and language. Let's take a quick look at some famous cases that showed how important the brain is. Phineas Gage, a railroad worker who survived an iron rod through his frontal lobe. He lived, but his personality completely changed. This taught scientists that the frontal lobe is key to personality and decision-making. Split brain studies. Patients who had their brains split in 2 to stop seizures showed how the 2 brain hemispheres communicate. It proved that the left brain is more logical and language-focused, while the right brain is more creative and visual. One of the most exciting things about neuroscience is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Even if you lose part of your brain or suffer trauma, the brain can sometimes rewire itself. This is why people can recover from strokes, or why practicing a skill like piano or language can physically change your brain. Psychologists also study how drugs interact with the brain. Some drugs increase or block neurotransmitters, which is how antidepressants, stimulants, or painkillers work. Understanding the brain helps us understand addiction, mental illness, and how to treat them. In the next episode, we'll look at sensation and perception, how we detect and interpret the world around us. You'll learn why you sometimes feel things that aren't there, or why two people can see the same thing and experience it differently. So if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to KMVTECH EduC and hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for episode 2. Thanks for watching, and remember, the mind is powerful, but the brain is the engine behind it.